Well, here we are, the end of 2022. It feels like the year just started, but time is strange. As I look back on my year, I'm reminded of the new beginnings, the adventures, the major milestones. While 2021 had been quiet, uneventful even, 2022 has been a whirlwind. Much like the changes of 2018, nothing could have prepared me for the previous 12 months. This is the story of my 2022. In December 2021, I was laid off. 2022 began with uncertainty. Would I be able to find a new job? Would I be able to support my small business, which I had started in 2021? As I hunted for work, my brother Justin and I looked to start the year strong for El Manor Ave. We braved the cold Utah winter and created content for our website and social media profiles. Modeling is not something I could have ever seen myself doing, and I've been learning as I go. I went on my first winter hike in years, making a quick afternoon trip up Ogden's Jump-Off Canyon. On the way home, I stopped to capture the breathtaking winter sunset. The following week, I started my new job as a content marketing specialist for a SaaS company. Almost a year later, I'm still working for them, and it's given me some amazing opportunities to do more with marketing and content writing. As the weather grew warmer, Justin and I continued to create content for El Manor Ave. We started hiking in March, as soon as the snow started to melt. It felt great to be outdoors again, surrounded by mountains and beautiful scenery. I hiked the Coldwater Creek Trail twice, took Justin to the Hidden Valley Trail for the first time, and we did our favorite in Utah so far, the South Skyline Trail. The views from the hike were incredible, and we spent a lot of time taking photos and video and just enjoying the views. We also focused more on growing our small business. In April, we were a vendor at the Indy Ogden Bazaar. Then, from Memorial Day through Labor Day, we were a weekly vendor at Farmers Market Ogden. This gave us a chance to meet members of the community, sell our products locally, and support other small businesses in the area. It was a lot of work managing a booth for that many weeks in the Utah heat, and sometimes in the rain and wind, but we made it through. As summer began, we knew that it would be our last in Utah, so we wanted to make the most of it. While we failed at our goal due to our weekly commitments at the farmers market for El Manor Ave, we did manage to explore some new areas of the state and take in the natural beauty all around us. In June, I visited Provo Canyon for the first time, where we stopped at the majestic Bridal Veil Falls, a place my great-grandparents had visited before. I also visited the Uintas for the first time, making a stop at Mirror Lake once it opened for the season. In August, I visited the Snowbird Ski Resort for the first time for a work conference. The sights were beautiful, but an afternoon thunderstorm left us inside for much of the day. The weather cleared up as I was leaving, and I stopped during my drive down the canyon to take in the best sunset of the year. Then, at the tail end of summer, in September, we put our house on the market and prepared to move back home to Washington. My 4 years of living in Utah had come to a close. It feels bittersweet. On one hand, I enjoyed my time in the Beehive State, exploring new places, meeting new people, and just living life easier than before. 4 years wasn't enough time to explore everywhere I'd wanted. I never made it to the national parks, and many hikes remain on my to-do list. But I'd also wanted to return to Washington for a while. Utah never felt like home to me. It always felt like an extended vacation because I always knew that I'd be returning to the Pacific Northwest one day. I got out and enjoyed Utah's fall colors in early October, doing the Wheeler Creek Trail, exploring Snow Basin, and making a few quick trips to North Fork Park. Then, it was time to pack. Much of October was spent packing up my belongings and working. Then, in mid-October, it was time to say goodbye to Utah. Justin and I left late in the evening, driving to Boise, Idaho to stop for the night. We continued our journey the next morning, being sure to take frequent breaks. We made it to our new home in Washington in the early evening after getting caught in Portland, Oregon traffic. It felt strange to be back. The weather was abnormally warm, and wildfire smoke still lingered, choking out the landscape. On October 19th, I had the chance to visit one of my favorite places in the world, Mount Rainier National Park. Seeing the mountain again made me feel at home. I'd never been up at Paradise in the fall, and the colors were beautiful. Justin and I did the Comet Falls hike that day, a trek we've made many times before. It was particularly beautiful with the rainbows and the clear blue skies. We then headed up above the falls to Van Trump Park, where the wildfire smoke began to flood the valleys below. The view was breathtaking, though the smoke was unfortunate. We closed out fall by settling in and exploring the local area. We visited Tumwater Falls Park following a major rainstorm, and the Deschutes River was raging. All in all, the fall season was very eventful. I looked forward to some calmer months ahead as the rain washed over the landscape. Winter began with some big changes. First, I invested in a new lens for my Canon R5 camera. This wide-angle lens will enable me to take new photos and get into new areas of photography and video such as real estate, model shoots, and astrophotography. Perhaps the biggest change of the year, even larger than moving back home, was getting LASIk eye surgery in December. I'd been wearing glasses and contact lenses for most of my life. I'd always wanted to have the surgery, but life and finances just never aligned. Now, I had the chance to change my life and improve my vision. The surgery was successful, and I've been seeing 20/15 vision in the weeks since. In another first, I attended my first Seattle Seahawks game. It was a fun experience, even though they lost to the Carolina Panthers. Unfortunately, my entire family caught COVID from the game. The final 2 weeks of 2022 were spent at home, recovering from my very first bout with the virus. While I had a mild case, some of the symptoms continue on. To round out the year, I was promoted to Content Marketing Manager at work. I'm excited for this new challenge and the opportunities that 2023 will bring. 2022 was an eventful year, full of big life changes. From starting a new job, to moving back home, and getting LASIK eye surgery, 2022 is a year to remember. However, it's just the start of something greater. All of my experiences throughout the year are new beginnings, new chances to grow my career, to explore new places, and to live life with clear vision. I can't wait to see what new adventures 2023 brings.
think something new under the sun. You can't take back them things. Yeah. You try so hard to cover up